Well, joining me now is Robert Rand. He's an investigative journalist who has covered this case since 1989, has brought some of this new evidence to light. He's also the author of the 2018 book, The Menendez Murders, the shocking untold story of the Menendez family and the killings that stunned the nation. Robert, thanks so much for coming on. So, first question I have for you is, there is a report per the Vanity Fair that the DA, George Gascon, is going to recommend resentencing this week. Is that true or not?
No, it is totally untrue. I believe a major news media organization to get a story entirely wrong is terrible in 2024. I mean, they knew they could call a number of sources to confirm their story, and apparently they didn't do that.
Let me ask you this. Have you spoken to the brothers about their release? And maybe also, what would they do if they were released?
Well, the last time that I saw Lyle Menendez in person was in early August of this year. And, he knew, both brothers knew quite a bit about the Monsters series on Netflix and about the documentary on Netflix, because the brothers actually participated in the documentary themselves. But they were hearing some very mixed things about Monsters before it aired. And, there are so many false scenes that are totally untrue in Monsters. And I think that's a problem in the media, because people really don't know the difference between watching a scripted, fictionalized series very loosely based on the facts and a documentary, which is all facts.
No, 100%. Look, I think there's certain claims in there regarding the incest claims that are very problematic. On the other way of looking at it, that renewed attention is maybe what is motivating DA George Gascon to put this to the forefront. It is an election cycle. I will ask you this, though, just going back to this. If they are released, and there could be a possibility, any idea what they would do on the outside? I mean, they'd have to make a living. Do they want to be in the spotlight? Any idea about that?
I believe that the brother, I don't know any facts. They haven't said anything to me about what their plans are. But I believe both Erik and Lyle Menendez will continue doing what they're doing now, and that is they're very productive members of their inmate community. They both teach classes. They're working on what's called the Green Space Project. There's a website where you can make donations. All the materials are donated. And the Green Space Project involves painting an enormous mural, which I've seen, on the interior of their prison yard. Yeah. And also the dirt floor is going to be replaced with a beautiful new garden. And also the brothers are both counseling other abuse survivors who are in prison. And as you can guess, there are quite a few.
I've heard it. I've heard they've been doing remarkable work in there. We will see if that has an effect on their resentencing. It's kind of a rapidly developing case. Robert Rand, wish we had a little bit more time, but thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
Okay, thanks for having me.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.